Welcome back to Breathe with Jenny. I have today for you a reclined twist. It's accessible as long as you are able to get down onto the ground. You'll need, ideally, maybe a couple of books or a couple of blankets, and you'll see why in just a moment. So from a seat, I like to lower down with my knees bent and my feet on the ground, coming to lying down. And then check in, see how everything feels here. Neck's relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. And we're going to start with the twist with our legs going to the left. So I have here a couple of blankets to the left of my legs. To start the twist, draw your knees in towards your body. Might be a little, it might be a lot. The more you draw your knees in, the more of a twist you're going to get for primarily your mid-back. So it might depend on the day how much of a twist you would like. I always recommend opening your arms out to the sides. Shoulder blades are comfortably resting on the ground. Palms face up, but see what's best for you. And then allow your legs to drift to the left. If you notice your right shoulders start to come up off the ground, then you back off the twist so that you can keep that shoulder down on the ground. Just is a little more comfortable, feels a little bit better. So we'll see here, and this can change from day to day. So for me, this is just about right. I have a couple of blankets to catch my legs. So what I don't want is for you to feel like you're floating like this. That's going to be comfortable for about half a second. So you want your legs to feel grounded on something, and you want that right shoulder to feel grounded. You can breathe here for any amount of time that feels good for you. You can keep your gaze up and close your eyes, or if you want to add a little bit more twist, primarily to your neck, to your cervical spine, you could look towards that open right arm. And at this point, your left arm can stay out, or maybe you even want to rest it on the outer right thigh, kind of nudging you into a little bit more of a twist. And if you stay here for quite a while, say at least 30 seconds to a minute, you might notice that gravity is working to draw your legs closer to the ground. Maybe, maybe not, but maybe. And so after several breaths, maybe you remove one of the blankets and see if your legs still can connect, lower down. And if they don't, bring your blanket back. And we breathe here. When you're finished with side one, you want to draw your legs back up to center. And at this point, you can do a couple of different things. You can just hold your knees in towards your chest, or maybe you take some knee circles. One direction, and then the other. Any amount of times that feels good for you. I usually then lower my feet down, move my blankets to the other side, which I may or may not need. The twist is going a different direction, so don't assume that the twist is going to look the exact same on side two. But I usually start with the same props. Draw the knees in, arms open, legs drift to the right this time. Left shoulder stays down on the ground. It starts to lift. Then put some more supports under your calves and under your feet. Breathe here. Maybe you take the gaze towards that open left arm. Maybe you place the right hand on the outer left thigh. And you'll breathe here for as long as feels comfortable for you. When you are finished, if you've taken your gaze to one side, I usually recommend you bring your gaze back up towards the ceiling or the sky, and then bring your legs back. And again, here you might take some circles, one direction and then the next, or just hug your knees in. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs, around your shins. Maybe you'd like to curl up. See what feels good for you. I want to bring one other thing to your attention, and that is if you need support underneath your legs, do try to get the entire area from your knee down to your foot elevated. Most people find that that's a lot more comfortable than, say, putting just their feet and their knees hang down like this, or having it just under their knees and their feet go down. See if you can get something that's long enough to allow the entire area from your knee down to your feet to be elevated enough to keep the opposite shoulder down on the ground. All right, that's another option for a twist, this one taken down on the ground. If you enjoy this video and would like to work with me in person, I would love that. Currently, we're practicing outside as the weather permits. When the weather doesn't cooperate, my private sessions and classes are via Zoom. So feel free to reach out and let me know if you'd like to work together.